Hi, my name is Misha Calvert, and this is Film on Tape, an audio library of everything that I have learned as a filmmaker. I really hope that this is helpful to you in some way. And if it is, feel free to check out my website, mishacalvert.com. You can see my writing and directing there, and you can also sign up for very occasional emails that I send. All right, on to the show. Today we're going to talk about screenwriting, to outline or not to outline. Very simple, outline. That's the end of the episode. Just kidding. No, my writing teacher, John Shear, amazing man, amazing teacher. He always comes back to logline, outline, treatment, logline, outline, treatment. This is before you start writing the script. And really, I'm speaking more about long form screenplays here, pilots and feature films, or television episodes and feature films. So I do think that outlining is critical to a good screenplay. A logline is also critical, and a treatment is also very important. And each one of those different pieces of the project is going to teach you about the project. One informs the other, So you kind of go around that triangle like you're tightening a tire, and you improve one, and then you figure out how to improve another, and then you figure out how to improve the other, and then the other, and you go around and around and around. But with the outline, one of the main things that you're trying to do, and I do like to make my outline before I make the treatment, because it's like the scaffolding of your story. And it's not so much about dialogue. The outline is what happens, and it's the emotional arcs of the character. I think it's important to have both in the outline. Can I jump in for 1 second and just tell you that I love coaching people? I've been doing it for over a decade, working with high net worths, executives, and now more artists, a lot of actors, a lot of writer-directors, people looking to activate their creativity. I freaking love it. The thing that I like most about it is that we really, really get results, whether that's bringing in 5 or 6 figures more of income as a creative, if it's getting signed by a manager or an agent, if it's booking a Broadway show. I have helped my clients do all of these things. You can find out more at clubvermillion.com, or you can always send me an email at info@clubvermillion.com. I would love to speak to you on the phone about it. You can sign up for a free call. So wherever you want to get to, I would love to help you get there. Okay, back to the show. I use index cards. I tape them to my wall. And lately, I've been cutting up index cards for some reason and turning them into little mini index cards that are like little Barbie-sized index cards. And then I write just like a 2 to 4 word description of the scene on that little mini card. And I like to move them around. I don't know, it's cute. That helps me to understand what order things need to go in, and also the really simple, quick structure of each act and the overall story of the whole piece. It's much easier to move things around when it's in a little card format than when it's an entire scene that you've written on the page. And cutting and pasting scenes and moving them around, that makes my head swim. I don't like to do that. I like to figure it out on my wall and then move things around and then see if they work. Sometimes I'll do it on the floor. I'll lay them out on the floor and then move the cards around and see if things need to be moved into a new place or not, or, maybe some cards are missing, some beats are missing, some character beats are missing. I know other people outline just on their computer screen, like on a Google Doc or Microsoft Word document. And some people use like a corkboard. Some people use sticky notes. I just think it's really, really helpful, mainly because I don't love writing. I try to write for as little as possible. I try to think for 90 and write for 10. And outlining for me is part of that thinking process. Sitting down at the computer, like when I sit down at the computer, I want to be there for as short a time as possible. I have things to do. I have a life. I have lots of work that I have to get done. I don't want to be sitting thinking about what to write when I'm in front of my computer. I would rather be thinking when I'm cleaning my house or in the shower or going for a run, or, that's when I try to get the thinking done and lay out the pieces of the outline in my head, and then putting them on those cards and getting it out of my head and onto the wall is so helpful. Because then when I sit down in front of the computer, all I need to do is flesh out the screen directions and write the dialogue, which is the funnest part for me, is writing the dialogue. So that part's pretty easy. And with a good outline, it all comes super fast. With a good outline, I can do 10 pages in a day easy, sometimes 20, and keep that up for 5 days at a stretch. I'm curious, do you outline? Let me know in the comments. Are there comments on a podcast? You can email me. Let me know. Do you outline or do you not outline? And what do you use to outline? In my opinion, it's invaluable. Thank you so much for listening to Film on Tape. I really hope that it was helpful to you in some way. And if so, please feel free to leave a 5-star review so that other people know this is a good podcast. If you want to check out my work as a writer-director, you can see it at www.mishacalvert.com, or drop me a DM. The best way to get a hold of me is on Instagram at Misha Calvert. See you next time.